Hey, want to give a a big shout out to everybody, to all the fans out there that's listening to the morning show. Thank y'all for your support, and thank y'all for riding with me for 15 years on the radio. Just to give you a history for all of the new listeners, we've been on the radio for 15 years. We started out in Dallas, Texas, where I am now, on 97.9 The Beat. It was just Head Crack and I. And Rock T came a week later to do sports. And, and we just took the show and grew it from there. And we did a lot of stuff in the community in Dallas, Texas. And our boss, Alfred Liggins, told us, say, hey, if you win, in Dallas, I will syndicate you and put you on all of my stations on Radio 1 at the time. And so we did. And we ended up on all of the stations. And then they moved the morning show to syndicate out of Atlanta. And after that, Dish Nation came. And then the sitcom. And then the reality show. And Love and Hip Hop. Not Love and Hip Hop, but whatever. One of the shows that Brad is on, Little Women Atlanta for Juicy. Everybody started doing their own thing. And we still come together every morning, to do a radio show, and we still growing. We was happy playing hip hop music. Our target audience was 1834. That was our target audience, was age 18 to 34. So that's what you hear on the hip hop stations on Hot 107.9 in Atlanta, Z 107.9 in Cleveland, 99 Jams in Miami, 95.7 Jams in Birmingham, all of the hip hop stations, 97.9 The Beat in Dallas, all of the hip hop stations all over the country. So, by all of us on the morning show getting older, with Head Crack being the youngest one, I don't even think Head Crack 40, but everybody else in their 40s and 50s. So they slid us over into the 25, 54 slot and have our morning show to replace Tom Joyner. And basically it's the same show and we do the same thing. The only thing that's different is the music. Some of the music is maybe Montel. This is how we do it, mixed with some Drake, Return of the Mac. We play some Brandy, sitting in my room, and the target audience is age 25 to 54. That's the target audience. We don't do anything different on the morning show than what we've been doing. The top of the hour we do news, at least 10 minutes after the hour, we do news, 2 news stories, sports. Gary does some entertainment because that's what everybody is interested in. I'm just giving y'all some of the basics of radio and how it works. One of the things that we do, we open up giving God praise on our morning show. We open up with a praise break. Open the show up with a gospel song. Just open the show when the microphone crack at 5:00 a.m. We honoring God, giving people an opportunity to wake up and meditate. Pastor Haynes come on and give a good word, which he have been with us for 15 years. And then at the end of the show, we do a praise mix down with Dwight Stone, and it's just awesome, and we just love what we do, and we have fun. Now, sometimes what happens is, and I hate this a lot, it's good and bad. The good side is if they put you on the radio in a new city and they never heard your radio show, you're just gonna meet rejection. And it's almost like you ain't bothering nobody and you just going to work every day, and all of a sudden you being put on the spot and you being judged, and some people get so mad at you and treat you like I got on top of the towers got on top of the tower and changed the radio signal, because if it was left up to me, I was straight, being on the radio just on 97.9 The Beat, because I don't want no flat. I don't want no problem. You know what I'm saying? I just want to get up in the morning, and I really didn't want to do radio. I'm a comedian, for real. I'm a stand-up comedian. Like, I go in a smoke-filled comedy club and walk on stage where people paid their money, and I can do a whole 2 hours without even taking the microphone out the stand. That's how cold I am on it. That's what I really am. That's what I really do. Steve Harvey taught me in the radio, So, hey, man, get on radio, man. Here's an opportunity to come to Dallas. I came to Dallas, and we got to Dallas. We did a lot of community service. I remember the first event we did, we took senior citizens fans where they wouldn't have heat strokes. We put people in houses, put people in cars. I can't even tell you how many people between Birmingham and Dallas that I had to buy caskets for, had to buy tombstones for. A lot of people, man, I buried their loved ones, and they don't even know that I was the one that buried their loved one, because I just didn't want to. Because once you give people something, they connect to you and they attach themselves to you, and then you with them for life. And we just done a lot of work, and the part that's really, really sad and discouraging, because you wake up and just go to work every day, and I don't care. It ain't about one person. It's just a lot of people just attacking our morning show right now, and they hate everything and find stuff to complain about. And only thing we doing is just trying to go to work and do a good job, and just try to do the best we can. Hope that we inform somebody, hope that we bless somebody, hope that we encourage somebody, hope that we bring laughter to somebody. We've had people on the brink of suicide and said that our morning show has gotten them in a good place and gotten them in a better place, whether they heard a word of encouragement or a prank phone call or Bernie Jenkins church announcements. And we don't do anything different on our morning show than what we've been doing. We open up with a praise break. We do news, maybe not enough news, or maybe not as much news as you're used to or accustomed to hearing. We do entertainment, and we do sports. We got Special K does news you can't use. Black Tony never come to work. We play good music. We laughing. We do Battle of the Sexes. We do live in studio karaoke. We celebrate all the Greeks. We had Phi Beta Sigma. They was our first guest when the new show started. It was packed. I don't even make it all about the Q's. We celebrated Delta Sigma Theta. Then we celebrated Zeta Phi Beta. Then we celebrated, before that, in between the Deltas and the Zetas, we celebrated the AKAs. And this Friday, we celebrating Kappa Alpha Psi, because the Kappa's Founders Day was before January the 6th when the morning show started. So we're gonna have the Kappas come in Friday. They wanted to do Friday instead of Thursday because it's their F5 or I don't know. But we celebrating Kappa Alpha Psi, so all the Noops gonna be in there Friday, and I'm really excited about that. Just as excited as I was about the Sigmas, the Zetas, the AKAs, and the Deltas. And on March the 26th, I'm gonna be celebrating 20 years in the frat, and I'm gonna try to figure out how to get all of my LBs here, where we can celebrate the Qs and celebrate me being in a member of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated for 20 years. And so it's just, man, we just doing what we're doing. And this message is for the people that really love us and support us, man. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. And for the new people that decided to give us a chance, it might not be what you used to, it might not be your taste, but you giving us a chance. or whatever. And because we only been on the radio 3 weeks. We going on our 3rd week. You know what I'm saying? We still trying to work out kinks. We still trying to get the timing down. We still trying to get the chemistry. You know, sometimes, you know, some of them still in Atlanta, and sometimes we all together in the room in Dallas or whatever. But we trying to, the producers are working hard. You know, Kim Nelson Ingram is our executive producer. Derek Baker runs the morning show. We got Euro Thomas, one of our associate producers. We got Twan the Dawn, you know, that does graphics and stuff for us, and Bink, you know, that work for us, and Super Dave running the board. And we got 2 wonderful engineers that's there every morning. And it's a lot of hard work that really go into what we do. We don't just wake up and roll out of bed and just get on the radio and just talk shit. Like, it's a really, really prepared show. You're looking at a clock, you're reading commercials. It's a lot of business that have to be taken care of. And you're trying to entertain and trying to do the best you can. And you just simply not going to be able to please everybody. And that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not for everybody. And the difference is I'm a comedian. You know what I'm saying? You know, when people say stuff about me or go out and say, you know, say I'm not funny, you know, I feel some kind of way. That what you mean I'm not funny? I've been doing comedy 30 years, you know. Now, I'm not funny on the radio. I might not be funny on the radio to you, but I bet, and how you know all of my prank phone calls old if you ain't listened to them? See, all of that stuff. But it is what it is, because I didn't get to this point being like nobody but me.